Order of operations with integers. Now this topic can be completed by just typing everything the way you see it into your calculator. Totally fine to do that. But if you're interested in the mechanics of it, let's talk order of operations. So you might remember saying, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," or PEMDAS. Now, oftentimes PEMDAS gets memorized incorrectly. In fact, my own personal experience was that I had memorized PEMDAS incorrectly until I was in grad school for my math degree. So this is really, really common. It looks like you should do, so let me label these. This tells you the order in which you do things in math. So which happens first? So you start with parentheses, you do anything that's inside parentheses, then you do exponents, then you do multiplication, then you do division, addition, subtraction, or so it would seem. It would seem that you would do them in this order, but that's not actually quite right. The P and the E part, totally fine. You do your parentheses, and then you do your exponents. But multiplication and division happen on the same step. They happen from left to right, so whichever occurs first. If multiplication happens first, you do the multiplication first. If division happens first, you do the division first. So if I had something like 7 divided, let's not use 7. Let's use 9. 9 divided by 3 times 2. This is really ambiguous, and oftentimes in math we won't write something if it's this ambiguous. But multiplication and division happen in the same step. So I would look from left to right. This happens first. The division is the first thing I see. So 9 divided by 3 would be written down first. I would get 3 times 2, and then I would do my multiplication because that's the next thing that we have. So then I would get 6. You do not do the multiplication first. You would get a different answer if you did that. You would get 9 divided by 6, and that's going to give you 2 or 3 halves, which is not the same answer. It's same with addition and subtraction. Those happen on the same step from left to right. So let me just take this, move this over here, take this, erase it. Move that up there. All right. So that's what PEMDAS really looks like. So if I'm looking at this guy over here, -5 times -6 minus 6, I'm looking for parentheses. It looks like this thing is in parentheses, but really what this means is you simplify stuff within the parentheses. So if you had -6 plus 7 inside of parentheses, you would simplify this to 1, but you wouldn't do anything from there. Since it's only a single number in there, I don't simplify him anymore. We don't have anything to do for the parentheses step. Then it's exponents. We don't have any. Multiplication and division from left to right. So the first multiplication / division that I see is this one. -5 times -6 is 30. And then this -6 just pulls down. So now I have 30 minus 6. I don't have any more multiplication or division, so I go on to the addition / subtraction step. 30 minus 6 is going to give me 24, and that will be my final answer. Let me go ahead and do another example or two, and then you'll be good. So PEMDAS, we don't have any parentheses, there are no exponents, so multiplication and division step. I see division right here, so -8 divided by 4, a negative divided by a positive gives you a negative, and 8 divided by 4 is 2, so -2, and then this part right here, I'm pulling this entire thing down, minus -4. When you see this minus and then a parenthesis and a negative, this can be turned into just a plus sign. So really, this right here can just be looked at as a plus sign, and you could just ignore that last parenthesis, because when you subtract a negative, it turns into just addition. So negative 2 plus 4, that will give you positive 2 as an answer. One more for good luck. All right, we don't have any parentheses besides these ones right here, but those don't count because there's nothing inside to simplify. No exponents. Multiplication and division happen first. So right here, I see 5 minus, and then I see two numbers being multiplied. So I will do that first. Negative 6 times negative 8, two negatives multiplied together to a positive, and I'll get 48. Then I'm taking this part right here and pulling it down. So I have 5 minus 48. Let me write that all in line. 5 minus 48. Because we're subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number, our answer will be negative, and then 48 minus 5 will give you 43. So our answer is negative 43. So again, you can do these in your calculator if you want, but that's how you're doing them if you're not doing them in the calculator. That's how your calculator is interpreting what you put into it. Keep on going. You got this. Believe in yourself.